Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the City of Suffolk, I'm delighted to welcome everyone here today to the groundbreaking ceremony for Constance North Park. My name is Danny Epperson. I'm with the Communications Department with the City of Suffolk, and we're gathering by the Nansemond River to mark the beginning of a very transformative project to enhance our community and celebrate our heritage. Now, before we get started, I want to recognize some of you that I see out here. Of course, we have our Honorable Mayor Duman with us today. We have our City Council members. We have Councilmember John Rector with us today, Councilmember Shelley Butler Barlow. We have Councilmember Leroy Bennett, Councilmember Tim Johnson. We have our City Manager Al Moore with us today, and our Deputy City Manager Kevin Hughes, as well as Deputy City Manager Aziz Felder. We have some members of our Parks and Rec department. We have, of course, our Director of Parks and Rec, Mark Furlo, is with us today, as well as our Vice Chair for Parks and Rec's Advisory Committee, Jean Carmine, is with us today. Sheriff David Miles is with us today. We have Fire Marshal Chris Cornwell is with us. We have Chief Danny Bowie is with us today. And we have the Chair of the Planning Commission, Arthur Singleton, is with us today. We have Director of Planning with us today, Kevin Wine. We have also the Director of Public Works, Robert Lewis, with us today. We have our Commonwealth's Attorney, Narendra Plez, with us today. We have Treasurer Ron Williams with us today, as well as Deputy Treasurer Andrew Owen. Gary Jones, Director of Capital Programs and Buildings, and citizens of Suffolk and invited guests. I mean, it's a great pleasure to see everyone here today. Now I want to introduce today's speakers. Under Mayor Mike Duman's leadership, Suffolk is continuing to thrive and to evolve. And Mayor Duman's vision for our city's bright future is embodied in projects like we have here, like Constance North Park. We'll hear from Mayor Duman in just a moment, but we also have joining us Councilmember John Rector to speak with us today. He's representing the heart of our city, downtown, and in that borough. Also, today we're pleased to have Obici Foundation President and CEO R. Bettel Betts Jr. He's with us today. The Obici Foundation is committed to enriching our community's well-being. But first, I'd like to introduce Mark Furlo. He's Director of Suffolk Parks and Recreation. Mark is the driving force in enhancing our city's recreational and outdoor spaces. His leadership ensures that projects like Constance North Park align with the community's needs and environmental stewardship. So here to tell us more about what makes this new space so special, let's give a welcome to Mr. Mark Furlo.
Thank you, Danny. Suffolk Parks and Recreation manages over 1,350 acres of land in the city of Suffolk, and we have a responsibility to be good stewards of that land. So when a project like this comes along where we have an opportunity to make an impact on the environment, I get really excited. This project features restoring. We're going to take out all the riprap that's along the shoreline and replace that with a living shoreline to help filter off some of the nutrients that go into the river and encourage oyster beds to form on the shoreline. And if you don't know, oysters have the ability to filter 50 gallons of water per day. So this project has the opportunity to have a real positive impact on our river and the environment itself. So we're really excited about that. I'd like to recognize some other folks that are here today. First of all, from Timmins, Ian Gordon is here. They're our engineers. They did the design for this project. They did a wonderful job. Mike Claude is also one of our engineers who couldn't be here today. We also have some individuals from Paxton. Jeff Paxton is here. They're going to be our contractor, and Jason Tremere, our project manager, and some other folks from Paxton. We also have from the Obici Foundation that helped us with the funding, Battle Betts and Calvin Turner. And then also from Virginia DCR, who helped us with the Land and Water Conservation Fund grant. We have Crystal McElvey here. Thank you, Crystal. And I'd also like to thank Christy Fisher, our park planner. She's going to be the project manager for the city on this project. And I'd like to thank our parks maintenance staff, Terry Baroner and his staff, for setting everything up today. Also like to thank T. Taylor and Janice Myrick, who kind of organized the event, got everything set up for us. So thank you to all those folks. And now I'd like to introduce Battle Betts from the Obici Foundation, who's going to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I also want to recognize Kelvin Turner, our program officer, is our lead program officer for this project. So thank you for your efforts, Kelvin. I'll just say good afternoon. On behalf of the Obici Healthcare Foundation Board of Directors and staff, I'm pleased to be here to share in this celebration. This park project is in complete alignment with Amadeo Obici's vision for creating access to better health and health outcomes throughout Western Tidewater. This park will create a perfect backdrop for all of us to appreciate the beauty of our surroundings, as well as provide supports to increase physical activity and other opportunities to stay active and interact with our family and our friends. We're honored to be a small part of your project team and appreciate you including us in today's kickoff. I look forward to watching the progress of the project as it all comes together, and am even more excited to see all these efforts come to fruition with another great park for the Suffolk community. Thanks again, and congratulations. At this time, I'll turn things over to Councilman John Rector.
Thank you, Mr. Betts, and greeting once again to our distinguished guests and citizens. This is indeed a momentous occasion as we break ground on this 25.86 acre Constance North Park site. Constance North Park is just another step in this council's continuing dedication to the improvement of not only the gateways into our downtown, but also throughout this great city of Suffolk that we choose to call home. Along with the new library under construction just blocks from here, and the now open and very much used and enjoyed Festival Park, also located just blocks from here, this park will provide yet another opportunity in our ongoing efforts to make downtown Suffolk a destination and not just a convenient stopping point along the way. This site along the Nansemond River has played an integral part in the history of Suffolk since even before our official incorporation in 1742. Wharfs and warehouses dotted this area of the shoreline, and over the years this site has been the home of many business enterprises. Over the years this site has been used for everything from stockpiling construction materials and barge docking to its last commercial use as the Suffolk Oil Company. In between those uses, it was also the site of an auto body repair shop and a Honda dealership, among others. But as the mayor will mention in his remarks in a few minutes, the spot has been empty for many, many years. The only thing in life that is certain, other than death and taxes, is that over time change happens, and it is now time to transition this site from an abandoned commercial site to a beautiful downtown park that will provide citizens and visitors alike the opportunity to enjoy a piece of our riverfront and preserve this site for generations of folks to come. I remember when the idea for this park was first presented. I was on the Planning Commission at the time and distinctly remember my excitement when the public hearing for this park was held. As I travel this section of Main Street many, many times each week, I often reflected on how underutilized this site was, and even made the comment during that hearing that the site had become an eyesore and not an inviting gateway into our beautiful downtown. Putting a park here seemed the natural thing to do, and restoring the shoreline with native vegetation will help restore the balance and smooth the transition from river to street. While this work will not completely eliminate the occasional flooding from the river, forcing the temporary closing of Main Street, it should make those events less frequent and help the water return much quicker to the river. In conclusion, I want to thank the Parks and Rec staff and the other City Council members for taking this park from idea to reality. I also want to thank the government and private foundation grants for partnering with the city to make this project happen. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the mayor of this great city, Michael D. Duman.
Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. I'm a little concerned how Councilman Rector knows what I want to say. It bothers me a little bit. And he mentioned about two things that were inevitable in life. taxes, death, and there's a third one. Haynes is having a sale. So that's the one that I added to it. But it is indeed a pleasure to be here at this momentous occasion. Sometimes we have sales too, but they always have one. Today, as we break ground on Constance North Park, we are witnessing another initiative in the continuing transformation of downtown Suffolk. This project embodies not only our city's dedication to preserving its natural beauty, but also our commitment to creating spaces that enhance the quality of life for all who call Suffolk home. This site, once a commercial property, which Councilmember Rector mentioned, because I used to take my kids when I think it was a Honda motorcycle shop right in there for a little while, will soon become a breathtaking gateway into our historic downtown. With its living shoreline, rain garden, and unmatched views of the Nansemond River, Constance North Park will offer serene retreat, blending environmental stewardship with Suffolk's rich history. This project includes the restoration of approximately 480. Chief, can you do something about that? This project includes the restoration of approximately 480 linear feet of hardened shoreline into a living shoreline, helping to filter nutrients and improve the quality of our river. Additionally, it will reduce the impervious area of this site by about 3/4 of an acre and see the planting of 531 native species right here. These features will not only strengthen our connection to the environment, but also ensure that this space thrives ecologically for years to come. From the time this project was envisioned, it was quite clear that this was more than just the creation of a park. It was an investment in the future of Suffolk. Our city has always been defined by its ability to balance growth with preservation and progress with tradition. Constance North Park will stand as a testament to that balance. It honors our past while embracing a future that prioritizes sustainability, recreation, and nature. In terms of support, I'm proud to share that 43% of the funding for this project came from the combination of federal government and private foundation grants. This reflects a powerful partnership across levels of government and community organizations that believe in Suffolk's potential and its progress. Constance North Park is more than just a green space. It will serve as a place of reflection, connection, and celebration of our waterways. Whether it's spending a quiet morning by the river, enjoying a place for afternoon walks through the garden, or gathering at a place for future events, this park will serve the Suffolk community for generations to come. Of course, none of this would be possible without the collaboration and vision of some very dedicated and caring individuals. I want to extend my thanks to the Virginia Department of Conservation and Recreation for your invaluable support, to the Obici Foundation for its unwavering commitment to our community enhancement, our City Council, our Parks and Rec Department, and all those who worked hard to bring this vision to life. Today is a special symbol of growth and new beginnings. The City of Suffolk is providing sunflower seed kits for you to take home as a token of appreciation. These kits serve as a reminder that along with the ground that we break today and what we plant here today, both in the soil and in our community, will flourish into something beautiful and lasting. Let us now celebrate this moment together, knowing that Constance North Park will soon stand not only as a place of natural beauty, but also a cornerstone of the City of Suffolk's continued progress and a proud reflection of the values that make our city truly, truly special. Thank you for joining us today in this celebration.
Thank you, Mayor Duman. As we begin to conclude today's ceremony on a personal note, I just want to say, as a lifelong resident of the City of Suffolk, it's exciting for me to see that this land is being preserved and protected and thoughtfully developed. It's meaningful to honor one of Suffolk's most defining features, its waterways. The remarkable Nansemond River behind me holds a special place in my heart. I grew up by its shores just up the river there, and traveling with my family up and down the waterways, it gave me a deep appreciation for the beauty and the history and the significance of the waterways here in Suffolk. And I'm glad to see that other citizens in the city will be able to experience that connection as well. And another quick reminder that we do have, as a token of our appreciation, sunflower seed kits over here available for you to take home to symbolize today's event. And we all look forward to gathering again someday, very soon, to celebrate the grand opening of Constance North Park. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for, shovels in the ground. I invite our speakers and our special guests to join us together. Grab a shovel, let's get to work and symbolically commence the construction of Constance North Park. Thank you all for coming.